In a country a little larger than the state of Texas, one million men and women are fighting. The most intense civil war known to Latin America. 40 years have passed. Thousands have lost their lives. And still, Colombia knows no solution. But what would happen if 1 out of every 10 soldiers had the opportunity to hear the only solution?
The only solution to this problem is to bring each man and woman involved in this conflict into a direct relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ. We estimate that there are 1 million men and women directly involved in the fighting between the different sides. If we're able to obtain 100,000 solar-powered radios fixed onto our frequencies, we'll be able to put a radio into the hands of 1 out of every 10 persons involved in this conflict. These people will then, in turn, be able to influence their comrades. Our 2 shortwave radio stations, on 6010 and on 5910, are geared for different purposes, and the radios are locked onto both of these frequencies. There's a switch on the radio, and you can flip it back and forth. 5910 is set up for music, 80% music programming, and 20% message, for those that are not yet converted, but who are searching for the truth. 6010 is the exact opposite. It's mostly message, with a little music in between the messages. When people are transformed by the Lord, when they're converted, when their hearts are changed by the Spirit of God, their appetites change, and so they automatically begin to move from 5910 over to 6010 as the Lord touches their hearts. Then, after some in-depth discipleship, they can reach out and continue this process with their friends and neighbors and comrades. These little radios don't require batteries. Most of the guerrillas, soldiers, and paramilitary don't have either the money or the means to obtain batteries as they're fighting out in the jungle. And so these little radios will work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The commanding general for our area was changed, and the new general arrived. And when he came into our area, one of the first things that he did was call me and tell me that he wanted to be of help to me and wanted to know in what ways we could cooperate together. And I was wondering why he was so interested. And here, one of these little red Galcom radios had made it into his hands a year before. And one of the other officers told me that the general had spent a lot of time listening to our 6010 broadcasts for an entire year, and after that he was transferred to be the commander of our area. Even the president of Colombia has one of these little radios sitting on his desk, and I'm told that he listens to it frequently. If you can help us to spread the good news of the gospel with a clear, concise message to these men and women that are fighting, I believe that the future of Colombia can be changed by the power of God.